Hey Capricorns, happy birthday. Welcome to your weekly forecast for January 6th through the 12th. We're gonna use this deck here, one of my favorite decks, for your weekly messages. And then we're gonna pull a blessing card for you at the end with a blessing deck. Just because we're still starting off a new year, I think it might be nice to do the blessings again. A lot of you seem to really like the blessings. So we will do that at the end. So asking for information for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for January 6th through the 12th, please. January 6th through the 12th. Here is your Monday, Tuesday, your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Nice. When your cards jumped out pretty smooth, that's an indication to me that energy is running very clear. And sure enough, here you have your first card, 10 of Wands for your Monday, Tuesday. Now, 10 of Wands can be, depending on where you are in your cycle, in your path, what vibration you're putting out, you're going to experience 10 of Wands in one of two ways, in my experience in reading for people. 10 of Wands basically can mean some project has come to a completion. Something is done. Your hard work, you pulled it through. Something is at a completion. Now, for some people, you're feeling it in a very satisfied way, like, you know, where you've had, for example, like if you go to the gym and you have a really intense workout and you push yourself like to that last limit, and like your arms or your legs feel like noodles or they feel jello-y, right? And that can feel really good. That can feel like, oh wow, you know, like I got a really good workout and man, I'm tired, but like it's a good tired. The other way in which you might experience this energy is you just might feel really burnt out, where you're like, I'm so over it. I'm so over it. I'm not doing anymore. So it could come in a way where you're feeling very like euphoric about it, very accomplished, or it could come in a way in which you're feeling really stressed out. But the outcome is really the same. You've given something all that you can give it, and now it's time for something else. So as you come into Monday, Tuesday, something you've been really working on or trying to get a handle on, you're getting it done. If you're feeling frazzled, if you're feeling stressed out and it's not quite done just yet, 10 of Wands can ask you or be telling you, hey, it's okay to delegate. It's okay for you to ask for help. So sometimes 10 of Wands can say, this is almost done. If you need a hand, don't be afraid to speak up. Really just, it's, you know, things are coming to a head here. Things are coming to a completion. So give yourself a pat on the back. If there's something you've been working on, chances are in the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, you are seeing that through. Wednesday, Thursday, you all have 9 of Wands. You guys have a lot of fire here. And this is a well shuffled deck. So you guys have a lot of fire coming in this week, Capricorn. You have 9 of Wands. So 9 of Wands could be defending your work in some way, okay? Because, and I don't want you guys to get worried, because I know some of you are like me and you really pay attention to numbers. And some of you are like, oh my God, it went from 10 of Wands to 9 of Wands. Is there going to be a regression? Is something becoming undone? Intuitively, I don't get that vibe. I don't get a vibe of like something coming undone. The vibe that I am getting for you, Capricorn, is that you all, and I feel for the majority of you, this is work related. I feel for the majority of you, this is work related. You're putting something out there, you're finishing something, and you're proud of yourself when you're putting it out there. However, I do feel like some of you, especially those of you that you have a situation where there's a supervisor or an employer and they're just kind of iffy about you, or they feel like threatened by you, or they think that you're trying to take their job or something, they may try to come and bring it in a way where it's like, oh, look, Capricorn, you didn't do this, or you didn't do that, or you messed this up, or you messed that up. But the 9 of Wands tells me that you guys are going to be able to fend that off like really quickly, really calmly, like, oh, well, actually, let me show you why I did this way. Or, oh, you know what, let me pull up that email, you know, so and so said they wanted it done that way. Or like you're finding some way in which, like, without making a big deal, without making a big scene, you're kind of shutting them up. That's the feeling that I'm getting. So and I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it hasn't particularly come up in the cards just yet, like card-wise, but energetically, I do feel like a lot of you that are in this situation, there is going to be a really positive, you know, type of recognition that's coming out of this that is going to lead to some kind of a raise or some kind of a promotion or some kind of in advance. So if you do feel like you have people at work who are being haters, or if you do feel like you have like supervisors who don't seem to like you, take this as like, hey, you know what, I must be doing something right. You know, if you know that you haven't been slacking off, if you know, and Capricorns typically aren't slackers. I don't mean to generalize, I'm not trying to like stereotype, but Capricorns typically, like, when it comes to work, they don't play, right? Like Capricorns are very, very hard workers typically. So if you know you haven't been slacking off, if you know that you've really been going in there and giving it 110%, and you are getting people who are like acting weird with you, it's because you're doing a really good job. And so I do feel some of you are having someone trying to kind of knock you down from there, and you're defending your work. Like you have 9 of Wands is like it's a successful defense, or like a successful kind of like, you know, being able to just kind of ward something off. So that's the vibe I'm getting there. Your next card, my darlings, is the Hierophant. Now, that really, to me, solidifies what I just kind of felt, because I said for some of you, I do feel there's some kind of a promotion or a raise coming out of this. And although the Hierophant might not indicate something like 6 of Wands where there's a victory, the Hierophant does have to do with promises, agreements, contracts. So there could be something that is being assigned to you. There could be something in which you're being given authority over it. So maybe you're being asked to take the lead role in some project. Maybe you're being asked to head a department. You know, maybe you're being given a contract that is having to do with some kind of a promotion. But the Hierophant is an agreement and a promise. And I feel that whatever is happening, you are feeling like you're coming out of this situation on top. You are feeling like you have, I keep hearing authority. So maybe for some of you, it's as simple as you're proving yourself in a work situation, and now you have credibility, right? Like now you're getting somebody off your back, and you're being given a little bit more wiggle room, or you're being given a little bit more creative license, right? Something about like micromanaging, like being off your back, being taken off your back. So it's a really, really, strong, confident vibe feeling that I'm getting with the Hierophant card for you guys here for this week. Let's go ahead and check out your blessing cards. And guys, I do encourage you to watch your moon sign and rising sign video. Some weeks those may resonate more than others. Also watch your 2020 forecast. Okay, I did the 12-month, month-by-month predictions for Capricorn. So make sure you check that out as well. But let's go ahead and see what your blessing is here for the week. And the blessing that we're coming up with, Capricorns, is a blessing for a fresh start. How appropriate this time of year, right? It's a birthday season for you all. It's a new year, and you have a blessing for a fresh start. So I'm going to go ahead and read the prayer for you from the book. Some people like to come back and listen to it, and a lot of people they feel like they're being prayed over, and it makes them feel really good. So please feel free to make use of that as many times as you would like. And if you want to get these prayer cards for yourself, as always, I have everything linked in the description. Let's see here. So we have for you all a blessing upon you, Capricorn, as you strike out from the familiar place which, for all its troubles, was the place you knew. May the uncertainty which surrounds you and the fear of what may come be quelled as you bravely take those first steps and begin to create the new life which was always yours, for destiny would have made this so. May you find comfort in the ease with which you find yourself embracing the new, and may the loneliness you encounter become more akin to solitude, a time of re-knowing your own self, as the world no longer can tell you who you are over and over again. May the breaking free of what tethered you renew your strength, and as you tremble from time to time, wondering if you ought to have stayed within the cage, know you are being watched over and encouraged by divine ones who wish you all the blessings of the world. May you embrace the differences, adapt and explore who you are, and know that when you gave yourself this great chance, you offered yourself the great gift of recreation, of the transformation of self, of the realization of your own personal truth. May this fresh start be a blessing to you and give you the knowledge, the certain, unquestionable faith that you can break free of winter, that a springtime within your life has come through your own creation, and you have gathered up all the power you had and struck out far from the self and the ways you knew in order to be free, to be wild, to be wholly your own self once again. A blessing to you, child of the earth, on this fresh start, which will come to you as soft as a flower breaking free of a bud, as strong as a butterfly emerging from the cocoon. There may be struggle within this shift, but know your every movement towards the new is divine, is noticed, is energetically supported with the blessings of all the wild world. For the wheel must turn, and every point on that wheel is a blessing. Blessed be Capricorn.